Hello, kindergartners. Today is day 2 of our shared reading for Sea Stars. And today what I want to do is I want to go and I want to show you. So yesterday we did a great book walk. We did a preview. We looked at the pictures. We looked at diagrams and all of that. And I wanted to show you something else that I love about this book. On the very last page, it gives us questions. So there's this flap here and it says review questions. And what that does in the review questions is it tells us 3 things for sure, like fun facts that we're going to learn from this book. And so I put sticky notes here, 1, 2, 3, to match the 1, 2, 3, because I was thinking when we learn this information, I'm going to want to record this and remember this. So these are pieces of information that we're going to be on the lookout for while we're reading this book. The first one says, how many arms do most sea stars have? So that's going to be something that we're really going to pay attention to. And if you hear that, we're going to try to make sure that we get that written down in number 1. Okay, number 2. It says, what happens when a sea star loses an arm? Okay, I am super on board with learning about that. I can't wait to find out what happens if they lose an arm. And then 3, how does a sea star eat a clam? Yeah, that really sounds interesting to me because I'm thinking about like what these starfish, these sea stars look like, and how can something like that eat a clam? So those are going to be some really cool pieces of information that we're going to get from this book. So let's get started here reading. And again, this is so wacky. I wish I had my document camera, kindergartners. This is a sea star. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to tell you, as usual, you can read with me. You can read by yourself. You can listen, but we got this. So let's do this together here. Here we go. This is a sea star. A sea star is a starfish. Sea stars live in the sea, but they are not fish. Wait a minute. Sea stars live in the sea, but they are not fish. They do not have fins like fish, and they cannot swim. Wait a minute. Okay, quick. Tell me again, why are they not fish? What are the 2 main reasons? Let's do a quick little check here. Okay, they're not fish because they don't have fins and because they cannot swim. They don't swim. What do they do instead? You know, I'm thinking that they crawl. What do you guys think? Most sea stars have 5 arms. This sea star has lost an arm. Sea stars can grow new arms. Whoa. Whoa. Wait a minute now, kindergartners. Those were some of our questions. Let's go back here. I'm going to mark this page so we don't lose it. Let's go back to these questions here. That was some information that we learned today. How many arms do most sea stars have? What did we learn? What did we learn? How many arms do most of them have? Most of them have 5. So for number 1, I'm going to write 5. Whoa, Mrs. Reschke can't write a 5 upside down here. 5 arms. The next one said, what happens when a sea star loses an arm? What happens when it loses an arm? It grows back. That's so crazy to me. It grows back. Wow. I'm putting an exclamation mark here. That's like a super wow information piece for me. Okay, let's go back to our book. Okay, let's read this page again here. Most sea stars have 5 arms. This sea star has lost an arm. Can you see the one where it's lost? Yeah. Sea stars can grow new arms. Now, kindergartners, I think this piece of information is going to give us a clue about how it lost an arm. It says sharks, rays, and seagulls like to eat sea stars. I'm going to think, I don't know, but I'm going to think that that's what happened to this arm here, is that a shark, a ray, or a seagull took a little bite of that. Kindergartners, look at this. Here's a fun explore. I love when they add extra bonus information here. It says not all sea stars have 5 arms. Some have more. That is so crazy. Look at this one. It has 7, and this one has so many. You know, I'm thinking about this arm thing, and this reminds me about how when I was growing up, I had a lizard, and when the lizard, if it lost its tail, it would grow a new tail back. A sea star has about 100 little feet. The little feet help the sea star walk along the bottom of the ocean. So wait a minute. So when you flip a sea star over on the bottom side, so I'm thinking about my hand here, right? This is the top of it. This is the bottom. It's covered with 100 little feet. The little feet help the sea star walk along the bottom of the ocean. So it walks. Remember, we learned they don't swim. They walk, and I love this zoom in picture. Check this out of all of those little feet, and they almost look like they have little tiny suctions on them to help him hold on. Wow. All right, kindergartners, I'm going to end on this page for today. I want you to think about 3 things that you learned about sea stars. I want you to think about 3 things that you learned today about sea stars. There's definitely a whole bunch that we learned so far today, and we'll have more to read tomorrow. All right. See you tomorrow.